The top 10 best devil fruits in One Piece. From the very moment Luffy set sail for the Grand Line, pursuing his dream to become Pirate King, the world of One Piece hasn't stopped growing. Exotic lands, awe-inspiring creatures, and the most wonderfully diverse and unique cast of characters help shape the series into what it is today. But perhaps the most interesting aspect of the world of One Piece are devil fruits, mysterious fruits that grant the eater a unique ability, at the detrimental cost of the ability to swim. While not being able to swim seems like a death wish in the series about pirates, there's been no shortage of powerful seafaring adventurers that have made the trade. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're going over the 10 best devil fruit abilities that we've seen in One Piece. Before we begin, we publish a new video every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The Amagi's reach stretches beyond just this channel, so if you're a fan of us, please consider subscribing to our other channels and following us on our social media. Help us reach our goal of passing 100,000 followers on all of our accounts by the end of the year. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. In number 10, we have the Chop Chop fruit, Bara Bara no Mi. While Buggy the Clown was one of the earliest enemies to stand against Luffy, we shouldn't be fooled by his use as comic relief. In fact, Buggy's fruit gives him incredible defensive capabilities against some of the most dangerous characters in One Piece. Swordsmen are a dime a dozen and usually nothing to sneeze at, but this fruit's ability allows its user to separate sections of their body and make them impervious to cutting and piercing moves. Buggy was even able to recover after being thrown at Hawkeye Mihawk and getting sliced to literal ribbons. While the abilities of this fruit really shine from a defensive perspective, it's no slouch in terms of its offensive capabilities too. Buggy has demonstrated this to some degree, launching his fists for simple punches, but also brandishing weapons as well. If by some miracle Buggy managed to awaken his devil fruit and unlock its full potential, this ability would be dangerous. In number 9, we have the Clear fruit, Suke Suke no Mi. Another fruit that may at first seem unimpressive, the abilities that the Clear fruit bestows can be put to clever and potentially deadly use. As the name suggests, the user of the Clear fruit is able to effectively turn invisible. It's perfect for things like stealth, espionage, and flat-out assassination. It's incredibly deadly in the hands of its current user, Shiryu of the Rain, as he's adapted quickly to being in possession of this new power. It's worth noting that the previous holder of this fruit, Gecko Moria's subordinate Absalom, also demonstrated creative use of this ability. The user can make anything they touch become invisible too. In Absalom's case, he strapped cannons to his arm in order to create the illusion of being able to fire some kind of energy blast. Unfortunately for him, Sanji was able to see through the trick almost immediately. It seems that nowadays the ability is put to better use on Shiryu's sword instead. Number 8, the Plume fruit, Moku Moku no Mi. While it may be tempting to fill this list with Logia-type devil fruits simply because of all the advantages they offer, we're taking care to highlight only the best of this devil fruit subtype. That said, we have to give the number 8 spot to the ability of everyone's favorite Marine, Vice Admiral Smoker. No stranger to getting wrapped up in the antics of the Straw Hat crew, we've seen Smoker's ability utilized in some really impressive ways. Jumping right into it, the Logia types come with a lot of benefits, and Smoker's no exception. Like his name suggests, his body is able to take on the properties of smoke, and he's able to produce and manipulate it as well. This means that things like standard bullets and swords just pass right through him. Smoker's mastery of this fruit allows him to even manipulate the density of his smoke, letting him trap opponents. Defensively, this ability speaks for itself. Offensively, this fruit allows its user to attack from unprecedented angles and ranges. And with the density manipulation of the smoke, it can serve as a very powerful blunt force weapon. In the One Piece world, this ability could allow any user to cover a battlefield or the deck of a ship and wreak havoc on an enemy crew. Number 7, the Revive fruit, Hito Hito no Mi. While this fruit isn't exactly great from a combat or utility perspective, it offers a unique ability that no other fruit does, a second life. This ability would be invaluable to anyone sailing the dangerous waters of the Grand Line. With so many threats that anyone could encounter on the Grand Line, a second shot would mean that their adventure would still continue despite a catastrophic event. This was the case with the fruit's current user, Brook, whose original crew fell when they were attacked by a crew using weapons tainted with poison. Now, Brook is back as a beloved member of the Straw Hat crew, and continuing his journey all thanks to this devil fruit's impressive ability. The Revive fruit really goes to show that there's more to surviving in the One Piece world than just being a strong fighter. Number 6, Bird fruit, Model Phoenix, Tori Tori no Mi, Moderu Phoenix. Sorry. Zoan-type fruits don't seem to get as much love as their Logia and Paramecia counterparts, mainly because of how straightforward they tend to be. Normally, they afford their user the ability to transform fully into the corresponding animal, as well as a human-animal hybrid variation. After all, who could forget CP9, the elite unit of world government assassins, several of whom were Zone-type Devil Fruit ability users. Zone types aren't to be taken lightly though. A whole subcategory of mythical fruits exist, giving the pirate fortunate enough to get their hands on one immense power otherwise unknown to the One Piece world, and the ability of Phoenix Marco, former first division of the legendary Whitebeard pirates. On top of the standard physical enhancements, this fruit allows its users to take the form of a blue flame phoenix. The flames in particular are what make this devil fruit stand out. Instead of being destructive, the blue flames actually have healing properties that allow this user to recover from virtually any attack. Perhaps the best example of this is how Marco was able to recover from Admiral Akainu's magma punch, which was powerful enough to take the life of Ace, a powerful Logia user. Marco's also able to spread the flames and offer similar regenerative abilities to his allies, which makes this ability even more valuable. Being able to provide offensive support as well as recovery would be great for any journey across the Grand Line. Number 5. The Dark Fruit, Yami Yami no Mi. Out of all the Logia-type devil fruits that exist in the One Piece world, the Dark Fruit certainly stands out. This fruit doesn't offer the same impervious abilities that other Logias get to enjoy, so why does it make it onto the list of the best devil fruits? The answer is because of what the Dark Fruit can do, and it's scary. Anyone with this power can produce and manipulate darkness, a substance that acts similar to a black hole. The current holder of this power, Blackbeard, has demonstrated the ability to pull people and things into the darkness he produces and toss them out at a later time after subjecting the target to an unknown type of damage. But that's not even the most frightening part of this ability. What makes it truly terrifying, and similarly truly desirable, is its ability to neutralize the abilities granted by other devil fruits. Going up against someone with a devil fruit ability can be terrifying in its own right, but being able to make that ability unusable can seriously turn the tide of a fight and give the user of the Dark fruit a massive advantage. With an advantage like this, it'd be hard to not want this kind of ability. Alright, in number 4 we have the Ope Ope no Mi. If the full extent of the Op fruit's capabilities were more widely known, this fruit's ability would have a lot of very ambitious people after it. This is understandably surprising considering that at first, the ability seemed almost comical. Here's how it works. The user is able to designate a certain area around themselves as their operating room, and within this room they're able to control and manipulate anything. The holder of this ability, Trafalgar Law, utilized it first on Sabati Archipelago by swapping out Navy soldiers' body parts for random objects, barrels, cannonballs, and the like. It was amusing at first, sure, but on Punk Hazard, Law really demonstrated expert use of the skill, trading comedic effect for combat precision by doing things like trading bullets for snowflakes. He was also able to show off the upper limits of the ability, proving that as long as it's in his room, he could even manipulate a Navy warship with ease. Of course, there's so much more to this fruit than just that. Law was able to best Smoker, a powerful Marine and Devil Fruit user in his own right, by carving out his heart, not unlike Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. While still able to live, the fact that Law held Smoker's literal heart in his hands meant that he could easily kill Smoker if he wanted to. But the fruit isn't all cutting out hearts and tossing Navy warships. This fruit is also able to cure diseases said to be incurable and circumvent physical disabilities, which far enhance Law's skill as a doctor. At its full potential, however, this fruit is said to give its user the ability to perform an operation that would grant someone eternal youth, at the cost of their own life in exchange. The Op fruit is truly a multifaceted devil fruit, and all that can be done with it is truly impossible to ignore. Number 3. The Glint fruit, Pika Pika no Mi. If being able to control, create, and manipulate light doesn't seem incredibly powerful enough, imagine being able to move and attack with such speed and intensity that your opponents can't even perceive it. That's what Admiral Kizaru's ability offers, and it makes the Glint fruit a standout among Logia types. While it is once again important to clarify that the benefits of Devil Fruit abilities aren't strictly for combat reasons, it's hard to deny the multitude of ways this particular fruit can work in a person's favor during a combat situation. And Kizaru's demonstration of this ability's versatility makes it hard to ignore. At close ranges, the Glint fruit's users' punches and kicks and other physical strikes move at light speed, even appearing to pass through opponents before they even realize they've been struck. Kizaru has also been seen creating blades of light with which to combat swordsmen, like during his fight with Silver's Rayleigh at Sabati Archipelago. As if this wasn't enough, Kizaru is able to fire projectile beams with devastating effects. Such power is clearly covetable, and especially so when its holder wields the power so expertly. Number 2 is the Tremor fruit, Gura Gura no Mi. Even on the high seas among pirates from all over the world, a devil fruit that would give its user the ability to wreak pure, unbridled, and unparalleled destruction still has an endless amount of appeal. Enter the Tremor fruit, Formerly in the hands of the pirate captain known as the strongest man in the world, and now in the hands of a pirate captain that could easily be considered the most dangerous, the Tremor fruit truly lives up to its name. Capable of toppling entire land masses, causing massive tsunamis when used on the ocean, Whitebeard and Blackbeard both made phenomenal destructive use of this ability. It's easy to see how this fruit ranks so high. It gives its wielders the capability of ending any engagement before it even begins. As a pirate, the ability to destroy your enemies before they even get into combat range would be perfect in a race to become king of the pirates. And in the number 1 slot, we have the Ice fruit, Hie no Mi. If a seafaring adventurer came across a fruit that granted them an incredible power at the cost of them being able to swim, it could be argued that the fruit that can manage the greatest danger, in this case the sea, would be the most valuable. That's why, interestingly enough, the number 1 spot on this list of the top 10 best devil fruit abilities goes to the Ice fruit. Yes, it's another Logia type, and yes, it's absurdly powerful just by nature of being a Logia, but we'll go through the specifics anyway. This ability allows its user to create, control, and become ice. And while that may not seem like a particularly noteworthy ability, the user of this fruit's ability is able to protect themselves against the most glaring weakness of any devil fruit user, the inability to swim. In the series, the holder of this ability, Kuzan, has been shown on several occasions to freeze the sea so thoroughly that he's able to comfortably bike across it without worry of being affected. An ability that naturally defies its primary weakness is hard to ignore, and what the ability may lack in flashy moves or vibrant displays, it more than makes up for in practicality, especially in a world of pirates. So, do you agree with our list? Did you enjoy our video? Be sure to check out these other great videos from the Amagi, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.